Who would have ever thought?
Baby, when I tell you, I was so glad Shorty did them videos because...
You think you could look and act like us and still say girly type things?
And you're on the internet saying how you got fired. Meanwhile, you should be grateful that you didn't get arrested.
Someone else getting fired because of TikTok. Are we really surprised at this point? Like, it really shouldn't surprise us. But this one is a little different. It's a substitute teacher recording on her first day on the job. I'm first going to show you the video she got fired for, and then we're going to get into the opinions of others. Let's get into the video.
Yeah. We got a new hustle unlocked. I'm a school teacher now. Little breakfast.
Okay, that's breakfast, okay? What is this? And what is the fork for? Why is there a fork? For what? The Lunchable? You use a fork for the Lunchable or the Skittles?
They get the day rolling. Who would have ever thought? Yes, ma'am. Have a good day. Today was really a breeze. My kids ain't have to do too much, man. I really, to be honest, I let them do whatever they want to do. Yes, I'm that type of teacher. Took me a little lunch break. Yeah, they got it going on at this junk. They stay bound. Okay, then. Damn, shorty. Sheesh. Man, I gotta get up out these school kids trying to take me down, man. Then I look so young. I look like one of them. Appreciate it. You know, my little free time, I had to go out there and give me some little content. Little fit check. Really just a chill fit.
Do you have... You brought a tripod with you to work too?
Today, cause y'all know if it was up to me, I would have been refined head to toe. Y'all know I ain't lying. But they did have a pep rally and came clutch, and that was the typical day.
A stud substitute that got fired. This is the reason why you got fired, little dog. First things first, you talking about a new hustle unlocked. What damn hustle? This supposed to be a career or a job. This ain't no hustle. Number two, why on your first day of school or your first day on the job, all you want to do is record? What's up with that? That's another reason why you got fired. You ain't even got cool with the teachers and the students yet. Well, you just started recording. Number three, what you mean? Damn shorty. Sheesh. What the fuck that mean? And then you think this a motherfucking Rip the Runway fashion show.
And to that stud that got fired as a substitute teacher that's on here acting confused about why she got fired, you need to be thankful that all they did was fire you. Because they needed to call them people and have you added to that list. Talking about some sheesh. Let me get out of here before one of these kids get me in trouble. As you're recording a child's body as they're walking by. Like, is you cool? And then you talk about, oh, it was my first day. I didn't know I could record the kids. Well, did you know that you couldn't speak inappropriately of them? Like, at the very least. And if
recording kids you should know not to do that. Wherever you are, out in public, you know, you should know not to record other people's children. You know, no matter where you are, in a school, in a doctor's office, wherever you're at, looking out your window, you should not be recording kids. Simple as that. Like, that should be known.
if I'm not mistaken, on your lunch break, you was definitely doing something you shouldn't be doing on your lunch break. Like, yo, is y'all cool for real? And then you blatantly said that I'm not going to have my students doing nothing for real. Do you know how hard it is to get fired as a substitute teacher? On your first day? Now, if you ask me, I feel like them people ain't doing enough because you shouldn't be allowed within a certain amount of feet from a playground or a schoolhouse. You need to count your blessings.
Hey, he got a point there. Because if it was a man, let's just be honest, he'd be on their list already. or he'd have a gang of parents at that school, at the school district, trying to get charges on him. I guarantee you that.
That substitute teacher that was fired on her first day was not ready to step foot in no classroom. Getting told that you look like one of the students is not the compliment that you thought it was. They were saying that you look childish. It wasn't giving professionalism, is what they're saying. Why are we wearing big chains to go sub a classroom? Are you coming to teach or are you coming to impress? And can we talk about the damn shorty? Who's the shorty? Not that child that you were recording, that you should have never been recording in the first place. There's no way. And then you follow it up with sheesh? Truthfully, if you never ended up back into a classroom again, I wouldn't be upset. And lastly, I understand everybody wants to be a content creator, but we have to understand there's time and there's place. Recording like that on your first day is crazy work. Recording yourself putting your feet up on this teacher's desk is also crazy work. Recording the students, also crazy work. That was your first day and you did too much.
A lot of people keep on saying, get her from around the kids, keep her from around the kids. Man, I'm actually a great person to have around your kids. You get what I'm saying? Great mentor. Head always been on straight. Never been a loose screw. You get what I'm saying? Do not let the tattoos fool you. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all clearly mischaracterizing me. Young adult, went to college, played ball, active sports. Grades always been A1. Like, what y'all saying don't fit me, baby.
So, it is some smart, educated, highly successful people who try to mess with children. Because you got good grades in school means nothing. We may have miscategorized you, yeah, but we don't know you. All we know is what you put out there. And what you put out there don't seem right. So you can't get mad at us for assuming that that is you. Because there's a lot of things people put online and they hide. They hide a lot too. So if that's what you put out there, it's only right that we question, what are you hiding?
I see how it may come across, but I'm not that freaky to be sitting up talking about kids like that. Like, genuinely, like, it just sick. I'm not an over-sexualized person. Like, I don't even do that with adults. I'm not going to do that with kids, and let alone put that on my platforms. If my intentions were sick like that, why would I broadcast it across my page when I know I'm a content creator? That really don't make sense to me. It's like y'all think people don't make mistakes. I did not know, because why would I post it if I knew that I couldn't post kids? Regardless of the situation, my intentions were never bad, genuinely. Like, nothing inappropriately crossed my mind, like, at all. I'm not that type of person. Every day it's getting worse. Why are you guys constantly making this a thing if I've already got fired?
Some of y'all have asked me about that stud that was a sub that got fired on the first day. And baby, when I tell you, I was so glad Shorty did them videos, because this was the highlight that you all needed. So many of you all need to understand how dire fucking education really is right now. And for you to get fired as a fucking sub, I want y'all to understand how fucking hard it is to get fired as a sub. But I also want to, again, understand the highlight that it is to show there's no, if you can breathe, blink, and stand up, you win there. As long as your record ain't too bad. And I mean surface level, they not doing a whole lot of digging into your level record, trying to really see some things. They just trying to make sure that overall, when they run your name, nothing goes, hey, they done got, charged with something crazy. Or something real crazy. Cause yeah. Now, because a lot of y'all asking the wrong fucking questions, because this is like, how? How? And you don't want to judge nobody. You really don't. However, when it comes to education, you really have a certain level of respect for the profession. And like, I mean, Fit was put together, but baby, that was the wrong space. It was the wrong space. And there were two too focused on the fact that people was like, oh, that's the teacher. That's okay. That's cute and all. It really is. Whatever. You know, black don't crack. We know this. That's just not the space. Baby doll, like, you lucky them people did not prosecute your ass. That's what I'm saying. You lucky you ain't end up on nobody's fucking list. You act like you lucky you don't have to report where you live. Like, let me explain something to you. The fact that most times you fill out the application, like I said, they run your background check or whatever, and boom, you in there like swimwear, and you are, you know, in front of somebody's kids. And by the very most, you know, you're just going over a few lesson plans or whatever. However, there's a lot of long-term subs. So a lot of these people are placed into these positions as basically the classroom teacher for the fucking year. Like, y'all need to understand how serious this is. And, you know, I did subbing for like a very short time because, you know, my kids were getting ready to go into a certain school system. And I just wanted to know, like, what the school system was about because we were new to the area. I went and was a sub. I was like, I got the credentials, baby. I can do this. And yeah, the many times that I had to go rescue older people because subs, I had one lady that was 70 years old. Like, y'all need to understand, it's serious. There is a teacher shortage. Like, they really putting anybody in them spots. It's like, because some of y'all are like legit, like, oh my God, like, talking about they ain't run their socials, nothing. No, they ain't doing all of that. They need to fill a need. There is some districts right now that have a bus driver janitor combo job. That's how serious this shit really is. Now, the other thing is, like, again, baby, you think it would be common sense for this person to know you should not be filming minors without nobody's consent forms. Like, even when, you know, teachers do parties and stuff like that, like, we couldn't take pictures and things like that without consent. Like, you up there film for content and talk about, well, nah, some of them kids, they know me because they was fans.
So?
Girl, child, Mr. Ma'am, Miss Sir, I don't know. Because I'm in my 40s and I don't think some of your content I should have been watching because I was like, what the? No, what? Be glad of your prostheses, but no. Now there's a GoFundMe because apparently they have said that they have lost everything. Nobody is, and you know, it's like, oh, I hope y'all are happy and whatnot. You better be happy you're not in jail because seriously, not only did you post them people's location, those kids' location, that's another thing that people were not talking about. As soon as they walked up, whole name of the school where you at, that little baby that you put up there talking about some sheesh, girl, Miss Ma'am, Mr. Sir, whatever. You lucky that parent ain't found you. And because I'm gonna tell you something, I'm real funny about people posting my kids on, you know, social media and all other stuff. Baby, I'd have to find you. I would have to find you. And yeah, grab your labels because I know not. Lord have mercy. You like my daddy used to say, the common sense flower don't grow in everybody's garden. But yeah, I'm on the one hand, I am glad that they did those videos because I want y'all to really understand the dire need for education professionals. As I always say, America's not a real place, and like we don't take education seriously because how the fuck? Yeah.
On your first day as a substitute teacher, you record your students, and then you record one little girl, and you said, "Sheesh, damn, shorty." Friend, the LGBTQI, the black LGBTQI in this country is going through enough as it is, friend. What the fuck? And then you said you're gonna set up a GoFundMe? A fun to go? Me fun go? Akikiki? What?
Now, the GoFundMe, I won't get mad at her for starting the GoFundMe. What I will get mad at is the people who donate to the GoFundMe. They need a whooping. But the damn shorty, sheesh, she tried to make it seem like she ain't mean what we think that always mean. Like that means one thing, and we all know that. So don't try to flip it like it's something else. It's not. We know what that means.
So if you're watching this, you've probably already seen the sub teacher that got fired from their substitute teaching job for being weird to the children, if I can put that in the most polite way. But I want to speak on this, and especially as a mass presenting person, this is something that can bring our attention to something that mass presenting people that present themselves in this way need to be aware of. All the time on my page, I talk about being a baby-faced adult, and a lot of what makes me a baby-faced adult is my gender nonconformity. The fact that I may be mass presenting, I may wear male clothes, makes me look younger in both binary ways. Let me explain this. So men may see you as, I don't know. Women may see you as, I don't know, especially when you start playing with gender as somebody who is maybe female at birth. And what happens is, and regardless of where they place you, if they're thinking in a binary system, man, woman, boy, girl, you're going to be aged down, because if they're viewing you as a man, you don't have facial hair in the same way as a full-grown man would. You don't necessarily look like a full-grown man, so you're going to be aged down. As well as if you're a woman, you don't have necessarily a lot of things that women do that kind of age them up, actually, like different hairstyles that women may put on, or different makeup looks that women may wear, actually make them look older, and men track women by these things, and it may make you appear as younger if you're not showing similar attributes, even if it is something you're adding to your physical, like makeup or just things to enhance your natural appearance. And so what happens is, a lot of times when you go out, you're perceived as young from adults, but also kids will misage you. This happens to me all the time. And actually, I was going to make a video about how kids perceive you when you have a baby face, because a lot of times they'll think you're on their level. And if you're not cognizant of your own positioning in life, and you don't have the intelligence to really just on a simple level know, like, I'm being perceived in this way doesn't mean I have to react in this way, you will end up falling into some shaky categories. In fact, whenever an older person like tells me their real age and I find they look young, then their behaviors start to match the age they think they look like rather than who they are. And I think this is a classic case of this. When you're perceived as young consistently, especially amongst adults, it will do multiple things to the mind, and you'll start aging yourself down, and also your behaviors will start reflecting how you're aged in proximity to other adults. And this is why all the time we have people coming to this app, I know I looked young. No, other adults just perceive you as younger, not necessarily children, and now you think you're on the same level as children. But also, if ever there isn't a point where a child can't age you, they may age you down to their level as well for their own motives. Doesn't mean you need to feed into them. I think that's exactly what happened here, and therefore brought forward weird commentary, and you're canceled.
It's one thing for an adult to perceive me as being young, and a kid perceiving me to be around their age when I'm an adult. That's two different things. You know, I'm talking about when it happens in public. Like the one part where she was in the office, the substitute was in the office, and I guess the office staff was talking about her looking young. Okay, that's something you can laugh at. Okay, yeah, y'all think I'm young. That's, you know, but when a kid walking down the hall saying, is that a teacher or is that a student? You should automatically correct them. I'm a teacher. I'm an adult. It shouldn't be no looking back, laughing. No. You got to handle those two situations differently. You can't laugh both of them off. You have to correct the child immediately.
The stud substitute that got fired on the first day has now lost her other job, and also was wanting us to donate to a GoFundMe because it's our fault that she got fired from everything. Not only that, but you are seeking out these kids and their families so you can personally speak to them. That has got to be the most predatory response I have ever seen in my life. Again, as a mother, putting myself in that situation, if you step to me, baby, we gonna be tussling.
So not only do you record my kid without my permission. Now you want to talk to them? Man, if that's true, you really got problems. I'm sorry. I am sorry. That is not the way to handle this. Are you freaking crazy? That can't be true. I'm not even gonna believe that one. That's nah.
Show some shit about a predator. I don't question them. I still pray. Shit ain't never gay. The toughest social done conquer the rainy day. Fit so many faces. How come y'all can't give me no fucking grace? I guess we all perfect. Ain't nobody got no room for no fucking mistakes, huh?
And to the stud substitute, you think you could look and act like us and still say girly type things? Huh? And to the stud substitute, you think you could look and act like us and still say girly things? You thought you could talk about them chilling like that and think we wasn't gonna think what we was thinking? And you said we got the dirty mind? Did you see the video you put up? Did you let one of your friends reference and say, you think they gonna trip about this? No, you really thought that.
That's a good thing. Like, if she was a straight female, but I don't think if she was a straight female, I don't think she would have said, damn shorty, sheesh. So, but if a straight female adult compliments a 16-year-old girl, would that make a difference? Like I said, I don't think she would have used those words if she was a straight female, but would it have made a difference? Would people be so upset about it? You know, I don't know. I think I would still have the same feeling because she's still recording kids and, you know, but, you know, I don't know if it would be such an uproar as it is now. I don't know. Let me know.
And honestly, as I look at the video more and more, it looked like your ass ain't come to work. It looked like you came to talk to kids. Huh? It looked like you came there for them kids to say, oh, dang, Teeth, it looked like you knew you wasn't going to be there long. And your ass said, you know what, I'm going to pull one or two. I'm glad they got your ass up out of there. First day of school, you come in there, tripod and everything. Nigga, is you a content creator or a scholastic scholar?
And I think that goes with what I was saying earlier. You know, when you see a kid who thinks you're a kid, you have to correct them automatically, or it will seem like you want them to think you're a kid. And I think that's why he got the feeling that you might have been in there to do more than just substitute.
Huh? Sidebar, the second thing that got you fired was you saying you ain't make none of the kids do what they were supposed to do. Well, what the hell you here for? Huh? You ain't making clothes like in the rest of your videos. These kids need to learn something. I digress. You got to make up your mind. No, instead you mad at everybody else because you the one that made the wrong damn decision. Huh? If I was to show up in the morning time and open up my TikTok and see one of my kids up there and you talking about something, oh, they trying to take me out of here, Lord, I would have been up there and whooped you out them goddamn Jordans and threw them over the first goddamn telephone wire I seen outside. You're wrong. Hell no, you don't need to be teaching. Because, I mean, I ain't trying to be judging, but you don't look like you're good at it. Okay? Now listen, I seen your videos, and honestly, quiet as it's kept, you confused too. Okay? Especially the ones where you got the strap on with briefs. I don't even got to talk about it, okay? Listen, there's a lot going on in your life, and the first thing you need to concentrate on is the Lord himself. Thank you so much. Glad you're not in the school system. I'm just a messenger.
Damn, shorty. You kid about to take me down. Damn, shorty. Dang, these kids about to take me down. Damn, shorty. These kids about to take me down. Damn, shorty. She is about to take me down, man. No matter how I say it, it sound fucked up.
That substitute teacher that got fired got off easy, if you ask me. Let's break this down, shall we? So Little Bow Wow went into the school. You would think it was a normal, like, spend the day with me kind of video. And then Little Bow Wow going to see the kids and be like, sheesh. Damn, I gotta get about these school. These kids trying to take me down. What? The other thing that got me was she's recording them. Like, physically, we can see these children's faces. First of all, you're not to record anybody, especially a child, without the parental consent. The next problem is your substitute teacher wearing these thick ass chains like you're about to be in the next rap video. And you're on the internet saying how you got fired. Meanwhile, you should be grateful that you didn't get arrested. Because to me, normal teacher content is like, get ready with me, get dressed with me, spend the day with me. But then the camera is always facing them the entire time. But I wouldn't be surprised if you inappropriately said something to them off camera. Looking at a student and saying, damn, shorty, what? That's the type of shit you say to a girl on the block. You should be happy that the only thing you did was get fired. Did y'all see that video?
Ain't nothing but facts right there, man. Like, you heard everything she said. This is, yeah, you should be thanking, you should be thanking God that this is all that's happened to you. It's getting fired. It's getting fired. It might be hard for you to get another job, but jobless or in jail, like
PSA, this is for that stud teacher who got fired, trendsetter. Sometimes, honey, you just gotta be quiet. You gotta learn how to shut up. Yes, you've been fired from your job, and from what you've told everyone, you've been fired from your other job. Everyone knows you, and the facts remain the same. You took what is supposed to be housed in a virtual space and you took it to the real world. You were inappropriate. You had no right going into the school filming. You had no right speaking about the kids the way you did. You had the camera on the young lady and you was like, sheesh, these girls are about to take me down. You were wrong. Getting on social media and then trying to state your claim and trying to explain yourself has only made matters worse. What you should be practicing is called restraint, self-restraint, right? Because you're digging a hole far deeper than what was dug when you got fired from the job. Be quiet. Getting on this social media app and telling people, I lost everything, I lost my job, I started to GoFundMe, but I don't really want your money. Honey, pick a lane. Be quiet. Say you were wrong. Own the accountability, because what you did was wrong. I don't understand why any teacher wants to walk into a school building and look like the students. I don't understand why any teacher thinks that it's a flex to say that you look like these kids and come in dressed like these kids. You were not only fired for the video, you were fired for your whole energy, the whole way you carried yourself on top of the video. There's another video of the first day you subbed someplace else at the playground, checking out your fits, what looks like you have something that you're smoking in your hand. You need to figure out if you need to be on the virtual space or if you want to make real money. Period. Everybody in this virtual space are not rich because they're content creators, as you have shown. So if you have a real job, learn when to stop the tomfoolery of social media and clock into that real job. And when that real job is over, then you go ahead and clock back into social media. But understand, when you have a real job and you call yourself a content creator, they will be looking at it. You were fired for your whole social media presence, not just that day, honey. And I'm not sure if anybody had the courage to tell you, but you were fired for everything that you presented. Because once they started to look, they couldn't stop looking.
Yeah, man, you have to, like, everybody's going to make a mistake. Everybody's going to, make a bad decision at some point. Some people's decisions are going to be, bad decisions are going to be worse than others. But when you do something and you're wrong, like, apologize, recognize that you're wrong, apologize sincerely, and move on. You can't keep coming and defending yourself every day. Like, it just looks weird to me. You know, you already said you apologize. Why are you coming in the next day and apologizing again? Why are you coming in the next day and apologizing again? Why? You've already apologized. What is this excess apologies for? It just makes me question whether the apology is sincere or not. Because all I need is one sincere apology. Why is you giving me 10? It don't make sense. I don't believe it now. You know what I mean? Like, you over apologize, and now I don't believe your apology.
I know that I'm petty and childish because with that stud substitute teacher, the funniest thing to me was when she was fake teaching the class. Yes, we know she should be in jail. Yes, we know she should be on the list. Yes, we know she was weird for talking about them kids and all those things. Yes, right? And I saw other people talking about the video before I found the original and looked at it. But to me, when I saw that original video before she got to when she was talking about the kids, her with her feet on the desk, fake teaching, the fact that in her lunchbox was a Lunchable and a big ass value size bag of damn Skittles, I knew then there was nothing adult, like mature, professional that was gonna come from the video. When I saw that damn lunch, when I saw the Lunchable, when I saw that Lunchable and that big ass bag of Skittles that got like the zip top, like the you know what I'm saying, the big bag of Skittles. When she was fake teaching, oh, I let my students do whatever, and she was fake teaching, there was no teaching going on. I knew then whatever they said about this woman was true. Whatever allegations against this woman was true. And then when the part came in with the students, like, she thought it was cute that faculty thought she was a student, that the other students thought she was a student. She thought that was cute. She legit saw that as like a compliment. She was like, oh yeah, that's something to brag about. Girl, the Skittle, the big ass value, she had more Skittles than actual food. She had a little bitty ham sandwich Lunchable and a big ass Sam's Club bag of Skittles in the lunch. She needs to go on that list. She needs to go to jail. But also, the lunch told me everything I needed to know.
Man, look, I don't know if something is still happening with TikTok where it might go. I don't know where that's at. But please keep TikTok, okay? Please keep TikTok in this country, okay? Because it opens our eyes to things, okay? Obviously, she does not need to be a substitute teacher, okay? And it took her recording this video and uploading it to TikTok for us to find that out. And that is great. This is like, TikTok does more than just entertain us, okay? It helps us make decisions that will save children. And I'm not saying that if she stayed around kids, she would have done something to them. But the way she's acting, the way she's presenting herself, could have had a kid confused. It could have had a kid thinking that they could go there, thinking that that's appropriate behavior for an adult. And we don't need that. We don't need the kids thinking or feeling that way. So the perception she was giving to kids needed to be removed from the school. Simple as that. And I feel like she's not even taking it seriously. Or she's not taking it with the serious that it is needed. And she's still mad at the world instead of being upset at herself. And I think her profile or her account on TikTok was removed. So that's good. But now she has to find something else. And it's all because of her own her own actions. Obviously, she doesn't have the capability of being a teacher, because teachers need to be able to think. And I appreciate y'all for watching this video. Make sure you give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section, and I will see you in the next video.